So real quick, one more on tech. So we hit Tesla, which is, I think, valuable. And actually in the Realizement Playbook, which I was watching, you spoke with both a VC friend and then the one this morning.
Yes.
Basically how, you know, most of the stock growth right now in at least the S&P 500 is coming from these tech stocks and from AI, where you're saying
100%.
Right. And the money being spent is at least coming from cash flow. They're not in debt to do this.
Right.
But it's all hinging on AI generating enormous value. And
Correct.
I think what is a very plausible scenario, I don't think this is real, obviously. We all agree tech's the...
No,
like for 2 years, we have been just like you, trying to convince everybody that AI is perfect. And we're going insane. I'm just kind of curious how likely, even let's say it's the tech bubble in 2000, but on a smaller scale, that at some point the next couple AI models come out, that iterative leap isn't as exciting as people realize. They're starting to realize, wait, this really doesn't work for customer service yet, and the entire S&P loses all of those gains,
Look,
thus triggering.
If there's an announcement if you listen to, NVIDIA, it's definitely not this year and it's not next year. But
Sure.
Let's say in 2027, Meta comes out and says, we're cutting our CapEx budget in half. Lights out. The market's going down 20%. Just poof, gone.
Do you feel as long as the CapEx, as long as they continue to put the money there?
Now, Saudi Arabia is now spending money, and UAE. There's now like the second derivative. People were spending all this money building data centers all over planet Earth. But it could be, in a sense, a redo of the bubble in that, Henry Blodgett. By the way, Henry Blodgett, I used to work at Oppenheimer, which was when I was on the sales side. And in 1998, Henry Blodgett was at Oppenheimer. He was in the office across the hall from me. And he would get on the sales floor every single day. And he said, the internet's going to conquer the world and dynastic levels of wealth are going to be created. And he was 100% correct.
Right.
But at first, the returns weren't there. And that's why we had a tech recession. So you could have a situation where there's the timeline that people are hoping to have real returns on this stuff doesn't really materialize and people pull back. And then eventually it does happen.
Is on the other end of a...
That could happen.
I mean, Zuckerberg was on a podcast a few days ago saying he's willing to... He would rather lose a few $100 billion to be early and then be too late. But he expects it to be like 3 years. If it's not...
That the returns will be there in 3 years?
Yeah, well, he's saying...
Right, but if it's 8...
If it's 8...
7,
Yeah, then the $100 billion
I mean, right now, for example, when you go on Google and you do a search, you get 2 responses. You get your old search response and you get the AI response. I mean, the AI response is better. It's not the Albert Einstein. So, we need more proof that there's going to be real returns that are coming. But it's early, so you can say whatever you want.
But it's hard to sit out, as an investor.
I'm not sitting out.
No, I'm just talking to our audience. Like, if a lot of them are invested in the same thing as Doug here, where this stuff has been working.
Right.
When it dips, they buy it because it's going to work. It's been working.